Hey Ottawa, welcome back to your monthly market update for the first month of 2023. The January numbers are in, so let's take a look at how they compare to January last year, and then we'll take a look at where we're seeing the market trending month over month. So today in Ottawa, the average price of a home is $572,000. That's down 11.5% from January 2022. The sold to list price ratio is also down almost 11% to 96.6%. We sold 764 units. That's actually down 35% compared with the same time last year. And the days on market is almost up 100%. Today we're sitting at 47.5 days for the average home to sell. So the average days on market, you got to take it with a grain of salt, because I do think that it's a little bit more than that, because we're still seeing consistently a lot of homes cancel and relist. And when they do that, it resets the days on market, causing them to be a little bit less than what we're actually seeing in the market. So next up, we have the total inventory. So at the end of January, we had 2,318 homes for sale. That's up 118% from the same time last year. The months of inventory is up 320%. We're at 3.8 months. And the new listings is up 15%. We saw 1,324 new listings hit the market last month. And this is another statistic that you have to take with a grain of salt. Inventory is up 322%, but we have to remember that last year was historic lows. We've never seen anything like that. And 3.8 months of inventory is actually still technically a seller's market. And if we look at the history of inventory for sale in Ottawa, we are still on the lower end. But of course, looking at these drastic changes year over year, let's take a closer look at what is happening month over month and week by week. So taking a look at the average price for homes sold since January of last year, you can see that while we have dropped significantly over the same time last year, we actually went up month over month since December, and we've stayed fairly stable over the last few months. Actually, if we look at the average price week by week, it shows a little bit more of an optimistic view. If we take a look at this graph, we can see what is going on week by week every year since 2019. Let's take a look at the green line. 2022, we saw the numbers selling way above the red line, the 2021 numbers at the beginning of the year. But by the end of the year, the homes were actually selling for less than they were in 2021. And now when we look at the light blue line, 2023, we can see that yes, it is below the green line of 2022, but it's above the red line of 2021. So the homes right now are actually selling for more than they were the same time 2 years ago, when in the end of 2022, they were selling for less than they were the year prior. So if we look at the sold properties by week, we're gonna see a similar trend. When we look at year over year, you're gonna see that we're selling significantly less homes than we were the same time last year. But if you look at week by week, you'll notice that we're on an upward trajectory. So again, if you look at the 2022 green line, you'll see that it was significantly lower than all other years starting through midway last year. And now if you look at the blue line of 2023, you can see that even though we are below previous years, we are climbing at a rate where we're almost starting to reach the 2019 numbers. And these graphs are actually showing what we're seeing in the market as real estate agents every day. The homes that are priced right actually are starting to sell very quickly and in multiple offers again, while the homes that are not are sitting on the market and not selling. So what does all this mean for the market? It means that while things are still very uncertain, and there has been a lot of negativity around the housing market the last few months, we are starting to see a light at the end of the tunnel. There is a lot of pent-up demand, a lot of buyers that are sitting on the sidelines waiting for interest rates to stop increasing. And even though the Bank of Canada did increase interest rates again a couple weeks ago, they said that this looks like we're going to hold off for now. And that is what's causing a lot of people to come back into the market, or at least think about doing so. People are now seeing that, okay, prices are dropped significantly from what they were the year before, and if interest rates are not going to increase, I could potentially get the best deal now. If I can afford a home today, then when the interest rates drop, I'm only going to be saving a lot of money then. And while the market is moving at a much slower pace than we've seen the last couple of years, we actually have started to see the return of bidding wars on desirable homes that are priced right. And I think we're going to continue to see this trend if we see the Bank of Canada not increase rates any further. We're starting to see people come back to the market as they look at the difference between renting and owning and see their options and do the math. February has actually been one of the hottest months in the Ottawa real estate market the last couple of years. So I'm excited to see what this month is going to bring, and for my market update next month to help predict what we're going to see in this market of 2023. Hope you guys found this video helpful. I'll see you next time.